Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? I'm currently drinking from my Critical Role cup that says "How you want to do this," and as I take a sip, and if you pause as I sip this, you'll notice something cool. If you paused it while I was drinking it, you see the Critical Role logo underneath the cup. It's pretty cool. Though I think I mentioned before, it is $50. It's pricey, so if you got that money to burn to get it, it's a pretty handy cup. I've had it for like well over for a good while now, and it's still like the good material, so it's worth it. So E3. Normally, I would have done like several videos breaking down this conference and this conference and this conference and give my overall thoughts, kind of how Pro Jared normally does it. This year, I'm just breaking it down all into just one thing, or one video, I should say, to be more precise. Mainly because of this. E3 was. Let's be real for 1 second. Sorry, a message popped up. We're doing it live. It was kind of disappointing this year. It really was. It was really disappointing. Let's be real. Like, the only conferences that was worth a damn was Nintendo and Microsoft. Like, they were like those are the two that really saved the E3 this year. Plus, Sony didn't even show up this year again. So there was that. So where do I begin? What was the worst one? Honestly, based on what I've heard and based on what I've seen, Capcom, to me, in my opinion, was the worst. I mean, they announced Monster Hunter Stories 2, which, if you're into that stuff, great. But there's like nothing on Street Fighter 6, nothing on Darkstalkers 3, no news of a Marvel vs. Capcom 4, just DLC, nothing Street Fighter wise, some esports stuff. That's about it. And that's incredibly disappointing, especially for you Capcom heads. I can only imagine that's like yuck, just yuck. Ubisoft was and the Capcom, the Ace Attorney Chronicles. Those aren't the original Ace Attorney. Some new. I guess like it takes place in the past. I guess like Ace Attorney. The main character is I think Ancestor or something. But yeah, other than that, it's like Capcom was just straight up disappointing. Ubisoft, a bit better. At least they showed stuff. They showed, of course, Far Cry 6. Looks great. I do agree, though, on this one critic, and I agree with what he said, how the characters look kind of plastic-y. I mean, the world looks great, but the character model look kind of plastic-y. And I have to agree because Mortal Kombat 10, even though it plays fantastic, kind of has that plastic look to it. Though at the time I thought like, whoa, this is revolutionary. But when we saw Mortal Kombat, we saw the graphics like of Mortal Kombat 11 and Injustice 2 compared to Mortal Kombat X, and even this recent Far Cry 6 trailer, graphically wise, it's like, yikes, But it's obviously it's not bad, but you can see like it didn't age well, but at least it plays great. That's all that matters. So there's that, and they announced that they're gonna do a new Rainbow Six Siege video game along with a Rainbow Six Vegas remaster. So they announced some things, but then other than that, no. From what I saw, or at least from what I can remember, no Prince of Persia, no, definitely no Splinter Cell. There's rumors that a UB Forward event there might be one, but I don't know. I hope so, but I haven't heard a thing. Square Enix. I mean, God. They announced that Final Fantasy, like multiplayer, and everyone's kind of like, seriously? That's like, that was like everyone's reaction was like, that's a thing now? Nothing on like, oh, we're gonna we're gonna make that Final Fantasy 5 DLC PS4 announcement. Nothing on that. I'm like, that's what people care about more. And that whole DLC fiasco of that is just. Yeah, that's all I can say is. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7, The First Soldier. That's what it's called. It's like. I don't know anyone's like clamoring for Final Fantasy. Plus, more Avengers stuff announced. More free roadmap DLC, including Black Panther being announced, which is for Wakanda, which is expansion, which is cool, I guess. The coolest thing they announced, which I want to be excited for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Marvel fan, which you already know where I'm going with me saying that, but they announced the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I know people are saying, why couldn't he hire the original actors with the facial visuals to let their stunt doubles? To that I say, I heard the asking price is a lot. Like, it's very fucking expensive to, like, ask them to do, like... I mean, don't get me wrong, I think they should. But, people agree. People want money, man. But still, it's like... I mean, it kind of like this stunt double. I'm not gonna lie. And I normally can look past that, but I'd still be excited for it. But it's just one of those things like... The Avengers game is... disappointing. Not that it's bad. It's not bad. Just extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. And yeah, so Square, Capcom, Ubisoft, just nothing that even Namco Bandai didn't really anything like mind blowing either. Just it was just there. So yeah, that's why again, look, I'm already done with all the comments, like 8-minute video. Just breaking down Ubisoft and Square and Capcom and Namco Bandai, like just some stuff, but more like DLC and stuff you already knew about. Nothing like, oh my god, such and such a game came out. Where Xbox, on the other hand, and Nintendo, knocked it out the park, knocked it out of the stratosphere. For one, Doom Eternal's on the Switch, but the DLC, The Ancient Gods, is coming to the Switch as well. They show up Nintendo, which is great for Nintendo fans. Also, the Nintendo fans got to see more of Mario Golf Super Rush. I'm not sure how that did. I mean, if you're in the Mario Golf series, that's great. There's that for you guys. More Age of Calamity DLC expansion, explaining what you're going to get when you get the season pass. Super Monkey Ball is also coming to the Switch as well. So there's that. Oh, well, and going back to Ubisoft, speaking of Nintendo, is more. I mean, I know it's technically Ubisoft, but it's more Nintendo giving a permit because you can say it's both a Nintendo and Ubisoft collaboration. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. The last Mario Rabbids game was actually really damn good. It's probably underrated. It's an underrated classic. I highly recommend you getting and trying out. It's a classic. But switching up a bit, going with the Xbox, they announced more Fallout stuff. Which, if you're somehow still playing, God bless you. You have more patience than everyone else that I know, and I'm glad you're still finding reasons to go back to it. Now they're adding more to it, so Yeah, man. Then now and also the Microsoft conference they show more footage on Back for Blood. Looks great. Anything like that has that Left for Dead kind of gameplay, I am all down for. Looks fantastic. What else? Godfall. I mean, not really looking forward to that. Oh, Psychonauts 2, which I have the original one. Need to play it now since the sequel's finally been announced and it's coming out. Gotta play to give that a try. Also, then they showed off more footage of this weird, interesting indie game called 12 Minutes, which even from the trailer just sounds. It just sounds intriguing to me. I'm very interested to see what it is and what happens when you play that game. I don't know. I'm just very excited to see what that game is about. Show more Dying Light 2 Stray Man. I haven't played the original one, but there's a cult following to it, so I might give it a try in the future. Redfall is interesting. So instead of like, it kind of reminds me of like Back for Blood, but instead of like zombies, it's freaking vampires, which it's an interesting concept. I've never seen like a horde of fighting a horde of vampires before, so maybe it could be the same, but also could be different depending on how they go about it. But Redfall does sound interesting. No gameplay trailer, just a trailer. A cinematic trailer, if you will. But it does have my curiosity. They finally showed off Starfield. So that's finally no gameplay. At least they announced like when it's coming out, but no gameplay. Just hey, it's coming, but nothing like no definitive gameplay footage. So there's Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Never played the original one, but does look interesting and creepy as hell. For those Stalker fans, it's there for you. I'm not really into like flight simulators, but if that's your thing, man, Microsoft announced a new flight simulator for Xbox Series S and X. So if you're into that, man, it's there for you, as they say. Oh man, the one that really surprised me though, of all the indie games, a Plague Tale Requiem, this is a sequel to the Plague's Tale. Funny enough, because I have Xbox Pass, and Jim Sterling, you know, he's a controversial figure on YouTube. He's a hard person to please. He's very like picky on his games. He loved the original Plague Tale, and I remember, and it was on the Xbox Pass. And I was like, no, let me try it. It was really great. It was beautiful. It played different from anything I ever played before. It was fantastic characters and story and the lore of it. And I'm thinking this game was great, but I felt like I was probably the only one that played that game because I know no one that around my inner circle of friends or even the people I follow that played that game other than Jim. So I was afraid that it was never going to get a sequel. I was wrong. Apparently I was the only one that gave this game a chance because it's getting a sequel. And I'm very excited for it. Again, no gameplay trailer, it's more of a cinematic, but still. I'm glad that it's getting a sequel and I can't wait to see where it goes. Honestly. Also, the Diablo 2 remake looks really, really good. And has up to 8-player co-op. You heard me right. I mean, like, come again? That's right. 8-player co-op. I've never heard that before in my life. That is... wow. That is truly phenomenal, man. That's great. It looks great, plays great. But I also think you can put on it how it originally looks. It's how how it looks now. So there's that feature. I always let that feature show how far we've come. So that's cool. Looking forward to that. Not only the racing, but Forza fans. Forza Horizon 5, it's coming, man. They announced it. It's coming. I hope you're excited. I really hope you're excited. Or at least announcing dates. They showed off Battlefield stuff. Kind of disappointed in the single player trailer, but kind of hesitant because last time I heard multiplayer for Battlefield when it first comes out. It's not always very stable, but you know, it is interesting. The biggest one, though, to me, the biggest oh my god announcement, not the Sea of Thieves one. I mean, is it more? I mean, I see Sea of Thieves here because I'm on the list of games that were announced at E3. Though, if you're a fan of Sea of Thieves, they have a Pirate's Life with the Pirates of the Caribbean expansion pack, which man, they really no man's sky that game. Because that was a game that went from nobody playing that game, and now it's getting a whole bunch of updates and content, and it's honestly awesome. And I can't wait to see it get more love. Also, this one game that I got from Square. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all around because I'm looking through a list that's on here because I can't remember everything because there's a lot, and I'm pretty sure there's something missing, so I apologize. Square Enix announced an Avatar game. No, not Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar with the blue aliens, called Frontiers of Pandora. My answer to that is, people still care about this franchise. I've been Avatar for years. I mean, don't get me wrong. Animal Kingdom has the Avatar experience, and I've been there, and it's incredible. I'm not gonna lie. But man, I didn't know people that still care about it, man. But still does, because last time last time when Avatar came out, the other thing game-wise was a movie tie-in, back when the movie tie-in games was still an unfortunate thing that was happening. It was mediocre at best, so here's hoping that this is better, but yeah. But the big, oh my god announcement for me was, besides Halo Infinite coming out, which I'm looking forward to, and the multiplayer being free was a big surprise. I can't wait for that, honestly. Was the Outer Worlds 2. To me, that is the true spiritual successor to Fallout. Because Fallout 76, yikes, Roni. But, man, it looks like it's a true spiritual sequel to it. Because it feels like Fallout, but better. Take it to the next level. And I'm so happy that it got that love. And also, I'm probably going to butcher the name. So I like the best, my favorite announcement from the Microsoft one. It's called Euden Chronicles. 100 Heroes. I probably butchered the first name. I apologize, but for those of you fans of Suikoden, this is an RPG series from Konami. The same developers who made that's making this game. It was kickstarted. Unfortunately, it's not going to come out till 2023, so you have to wait a bit. But to kind of hold you off, to give you an appetizer, they show a little bit of a 5-second side-scrolling version of another Chronicle game. I forget the name of it because I don't see it here, unfortunately. But they're doing another Chronicle game, not in the same vein, but a side-scrolling hacking / adventure game, as I guess a prequel to the events of the game, and it's coming out next year. So give you it's I guess as they say, the appetizer before the main course comes. So I think that's really cool that they're doing that, and I'm looking forward to see where that goes. Also, I think Microsoft's getting an updated version of Among Us. Of Among Us. So that's really, really, really cool. I am glad that I'm so happy for the developers of Among Us. I mean, they came from nothing. They were a small, because they came out, I think that game back several years ago, and it's funny how it takes just one internet personality, and now the game's just back. I'm looking at the trailer. Oh, it's called Rising. There we go. Because I had the trailer right in front of me. It's called Rising, Chronicle Rising. So yeah, Chronicle Rising 2022, and then the main one, 100 Heroes 2023. Yeah, because it shows out there. I want to give you the names. So there's that. Now to the main event, which in my opinion, Microsoft did great. But in my opinion, if you want my opinion, who won the E3? Then freaking Nintendo. Let me explain the ways. Why Nintendo won. Besides, Mario Super Golf. That's cool. You guys have Doom Eternal. You get an Ancient Gods DLC. There's that. Age of Calamity stuff. Super Monkey Ball. That's all great. Any Advanced War fans out there? People are like, yeah, that's right. They're bringing back, which I haven't seen since the Game Boy Advance days. Man, that's been a moment. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. It's a remastered version of Part 1 and 2 for the Switch. Of course, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I know this is old news, but there's one photo that Hades is going to come out now. It's no longer like a PC and Switch exclusive. Now it's coming out for PS4, PS5, and the Xbox Series S and X. So, and then they leave Xbox One as well. So if you haven't had a chance to play Hades, first of all, play it, and I have no excuse. Just want to throw it out there. Shimmy Guy Tensei 5 is coming out this holiday season. I think that's great. I haven't played the games. I am interested in it. So be big Shimmy Tensei fans. It's coming out this year, holidays, and it looks fantastic. So I might give it a try. I never played the games before. I might give it a try. I'm a chicken shit, which I'm saying is for this next game, Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater, which, oh my god, based on the little footage I've seen of it, it's a horror. I know of the series because I watch Oni plays. Funny enough, I have like a doll from him from SharkRobot.com. Yeah, but them games are scary as hell. Oh my god, I'll be like screaming like a little girl, like ah! Them games like give me the willies. Also, but there's that. If Koopa gets it from me, he's playing, and he's there with me in the room. That's the only thing. That's my secret. I can play hard games if I'm with someone, but by myself, no way, Jose. I might give it a try if he gets it for me, because other than that, I wouldn't get it myself. But oh man, I'll be pissing myself. Jesus. WarioWare. Get It Together is also coming out. I believe holiday. The WarioWare games, oh my god, they're so awesome, and I'm so glad we're getting a sequel for the Switch. I'm like, hell yeah, man. I love the mini games. They're funny as hell and addictive, and I'm so glad we're getting on the Switch. Hey, if you're like wondering, man, I wanted to try DBZ Kakarot on the go. Now you can't, because DBZ Kakarot is on the Switch now. Not now, but it's coming to the Switch. So there's that for you guys. Of course, they showed off more footage. This Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD trailer. Not HD trailer, but more. I should say Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I should say. Sorry, look at the lineup here. My bad. But there's some more footage of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, which if you have a chance to play it, no excuse. Now you have a chance. Also, I think Finn mentioned Nintendo's getting also Guardians of the Galaxy, so that's cool. Mario Party Superstars, which looks awesome. In fact, Koopa was kind of my friend Koopa, who does some videos for me, was kind of holding out for the better version of a Switch. But once that got announced, and I told him there was plenty of like Animal Crossing Switches and the special editions in the wild, he's like, fuck it, and he ended up getting the console and he's saving up to get that game. So the power of Mario Party, man, I tell you, it's a powerful thing. Of course, they shows off Kazuya Mishima from Tekken, being the next Super Smash Brothers character. I'm glad it's not Heihachi. I wasn't expecting him at all, but I wasn't expecting him, but I'm glad it's not Heihachi. Hachi's overrated as hell, so I'm glad it's him and not Heihachi. Thank God. I thought I would prefer Yoshimitsu or Lloyd, but hey, could have been better. It could have been better pick, but it could have been worse. So I think that's more of a good pick. Not great, but good. Better than what it could have been. Of course, they show off that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's coming out. I got a release date. Breath of the Wild sequel, Breath of the Wild 2. I'm looking forward to that. I love the original one. I poured my heart and soul into the original one, so I'm definitely ready to do that again for the sequel. And of course, the big game from Nintendo, the biggest one that had the internet like holy shit, was Metroid Dread. That looked great. And a lot of people are saying, is it really going to be worth like $60? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you get more bang for your buck compared to like Battlefield 2042, just only the multiplayer only, no single player campaign, or Sea of Thieves, which or Avengers, the Square Enix Avengers game, which barely had any content on that. I'm pretty sure when it comes to Nintendo, they give you your money's worth. They give you your money's worth. That's why they even delayed Metroid. So Metroid Prime 4 being delayed because I want to make sure when it does release Metroid Prime 4 is at its best, not some half-baked crap that the people be releasing games and then they say it nowadays. So yeah, in my opinion, overall Nintendo they won E3, without a doubt. They won E3. And before I go, just one more thing I want to say before I end this video. I want to get this off my chest. God of War, Ragnarok, I believe it's called, has been delayed. Good news is, it's not only going to be a PS5 exclusive because of the delay, it'll be able to come to PS4 as well. So, people that were worrying about missing out, you won't miss out. But the elephant in the room to address is this. You guys that are threatening these developers, which yes, that's still happening, ladies and gentlemen, that are threatening developers because the game got delayed, you need to do one thing for me. And that is this. Grow the hell up. There are more important things in life than a video game being delayed. COVID, even though it's going away slowly, going away to the point where it's more safe to go out, that's still lingering. We need to raise money, raise minimum wage, lower housing costs, save the environment. Things that are important. And also voting, of course. Things that are important. Not, this game got delayed, let me give type death threats to them because it's being delayed. Because they want to give you a better experience. That's why they're delaying it. And because of that delay, it's coming to a system. Because let's be honest, I know people that are watching this video, most of you have a PS4. Or PS4 Pro or Slim. I'm pretty sure you don't have a PS5, considering the way Sony just botched that launch, and only either rich people that have it that bought the double the price that it's worth, or scalpers that have the money to burn have it. There's some common folk I know that do have it, but like for every one or two person I know that has it, the other people have a PS4 or Xbox One, because those are easy to get because no one can get the new systems. So at the end of the day, folks, grow up. The fact that we're still doing this just amazes me. You guys need to grow the hell up. It's not worth... Because they won't get upset. They're the same people that if they release it now and if it's a broken mess, you still bitch. So either way they can, either they release it now and it's a piece of crap, you bitch, or they delay it and you still bitch. And threaten and moan and complain. There's more important things to worry about, guys. Be patient, but more importantly, grow the hell up. Because if you can't handle a delay of a video game you're looking forward to, you're not ready for life. You are not ready for life. Just gotta throw that out there. Alright guys, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you enjoy E3? Even though in my opinion it's mostly disappointing. Only Nintendo and Microsoft really saved the event. But what did you guys thought? Who you felt won? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to respond as fast as humanly possible. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out, and have a great day. Bye.